Is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for calling today's hearing, and thank you to the witnesses for appearing. Secretary Yellen, if I could, there was an article in the Wall Street Journal dated September 15th. The headline is, Yellen, IRS push Democrats to require banks to report taxpayer annual account flows. And I want to read the first two paragraphs just briefly. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and IRS Commissioner Charles Reddick pressed lawmakers Wednesday to give the Internal Revenue Service more information about taxpayer bank accounts as the Biden administration tries to salvage its struggling tax compliance proposal. In letters to lawmakers, the administration officials again asked Congress to require banks to report annual inflows and outflows from bank accounts with at least $600 or at least $600 worth of transactions, a proposal aimed at letting the IRS target its audits more effectively. It would generate about $460 billion over a decade to cover the cost of Democrats' planned expansion of the social safety net and climate change policies, according to the administration. Those are the first two paragraphs of the story. That's an accurate reflection of what you've done, correct?
Yes, we have proposed both augmenting the resources of the IRS so that it can hire qualified auditors and augmenting the information flow so that the IRS gets insight into opaque sources of income. And both together, we believe, can serve to greatly address the $7 trillion estimated tax gap that we'll see in this country.
And Madam Secretary, you would tell my constituents that they should not have any privacy concerns about what you're trying to do.
Well, they should not, because this is a simple matter for banks that already file 1099 int forms
Madam
with
Secretary,
the
IRS leaked information about taxpayers to ProPublica that was published, their entire tax returns, their entire tax information. On the record, you tell my constituents and all the other members here, their constituents, that they should have no privacy concerns about banks reporting $600 or more in account value to the IRS.
What we've asked to have reported is the aggregate inflows and outflows from these accounts each year on an annual basis. 2 additional pieces of information, not transaction-level data. And look, every wage earner in this country has
bank
wage
accounts of
income.
at least $600. Is that a correct statement?
Well, we want to make sure that this can't
That's
be
different from
gamed
transactions.
by expanding.
Those are values of $600.
There's
the Wall Street Journal is accurate, correct?
Excuse me?
The Wall Street Journal's report is accurate, correct?
We did propose that. I don't believe it's an invasion of privacy. And look, the IRS gets a great deal of information that it needs in order to make sure that taxpayers comply with the tax code. It receives individual information on wages and salaries that are received, on dividends, on transactions. How
did ProPublica receive this information from the IRS about the individual taxpayers?
Excuse me?
How did ProPublica publish and obtain the information from your agent, from the IRS, about taxpayer information?
Independent agencies and law enforcement are currently looking into that and attempting to figure out how that occurred. That is clearly a crime and an utterly unacceptable thing, and it will be prosecuted when it's understood. When
but
these
your proposal purports to give more information to the IRS, drilling down to accounts of $600.
We want to make sure that individuals can't game the system by opening multiple accounts in order to evade the...
And that you give the IRS all this other information about individuals. Last question, Madam Secretary. Do you support a move to the Department of Treasury from Homeland Security of the United States Secret Service?
haven't taken a view on that.
Thank you. I yield back my time.